Alright guys, we're back. I promised to Eric Gronwall this afternoon. So, I went to his channel and I was browsing through his stuff, trying to figure out what song would be nice to do. And then I saw one of his videos was titled, Why I Left Skid Row. I'm like, what? So I looked up Wikipedia, Skid Row, and sure enough, he was a member of Skid Row at some point. This is news to me. I am a huge fan of Skid Row. However, my interest in them happened back in the 80s. Back in the heyday. And I haven't really followed them for recent years. I don't even know what they did after the stuff I listened to way back when. And you know how some of these bands you grew up with, and I mean, I get different reactions when I say this, but some of these bands you grew up with, you absolutely love, and then as the years tick by, they just get worse and worse and worse. Guns N' Roses, and eventually you're just kind of like, alright boys, it's time to hang it up, so I didn't really follow, well, I mean, to me, Skid Row would be old men right now, or aging men at this point, and I don't know. I don't want to listen to a bunch of grandpas screaming 18 in life, you know where I'm coming from. But it turns out, or it seems like, Eric Gronwall was in Skid Row, so they were switching members out, and I had no idea. So, if anybody has some insight into that, please let me know in the comments or shoot me an email at REn-ACTIONS@gmail.com or something. Just kind of, give me your take on it. So, I was going to really do a Skid Row song from him. He had a few covers of Skid Row songs, and he was in Skid Row, so I'm like, gotta hear that. But then I realized I just did a Skid Row cover not that long ago. So I was looking around and I'm like, oh, he did a Motley Crue cover. Well, that's pretty close. I mean, it's not close, but it's the same era, Did Kickstart My Heart. So that's what we're going to check out, and then eventually I'll get around to his Skid Row covers. Can you even call them covers? He was in Skid Row. I don't know. We'll check some of that out for sure. We might even do Skid Row with him in it, and just so I can see what the dealio is, because this is all brand new to me. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, cover by Eric Gronwall, and I'm looking forward to this. This is a great song in its own right. I do like this song. Big shout out to all these guys. Thank you very much for requesting songs. If you want to request a song, it's super easy. The link's in the description below. And requested songs always take priority over everything else. Simple as that. Let's clean this up and get into it.
Come on!
Okay, there we have it. Unmistakably Motley Crue. I mean, anybody hearing that would know exactly what song he's singing. It wasn't note for note. And I think this is something that I kind of had to learn since starting doing these covers, is that that's kind of the rule, not the exception. Nobody's going to do it note for note. They're doing covers, they're not doing exact replicas. And I think when I first started doing covers, I was kind of expecting them to try to get it as perfectly to the original as they could. And that wasn't the case at all. And so it was tripping me up a little bit, you know? I was like, what's going on? Like, they're not even trying to sound like the other band. So now that I have a little bit more experience with covers and a little bit more understanding of the process, that was a very good cover. It was a very good cover. The guy can hit those notes and hold them. Like, holy crap. I definitely want to see this guy either in Skid Row with playing in Skid Row, or doing a Skid Row cover at the very least. I want to see, because he was in Skid Row, according to Wikipedia. Blew my mind. So I am going to change into my Skid Row shirt for that reaction, and we'll see what happens. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. And again, if you guys want to hear anything else, if you guys have songs in mind, bands in mind, anything you think I need to know about, you know, basically, you know, if you're looking at this screen and you're saying to yourself, look at this ignorant little fool, he doesn't know about blank band, you need to be requesting. I'm telling you right now. The link's in the description below. Go ahead, call me an ignorant fool, put in your request, and we'll become a little bit less ignorant each time. And alright, that's going to be it for today. We did it again. We'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you again. We'll see you then.